Now, since 8 p.m. last night, we have had one additional case. This is a gentleman in his 50s who attended Maya at Bondi Junction, Westfield. For that reason, I want everybody, obviously in the eastern suburbs, to remain. Dr. Chant will explain the details, but it appears from CCTV cameras that it could have been a very fleeting contact between the infectious person and this gentleman in Bondi Junction, Westfield. The other important point we want to make this morning is that Health currently is going through all of their venues. They may deem this morning, so please make sure that if you've attended any of those venues, that you look at the Health website consistently, so that if Health has updated their venue from a casual contact to a close contact, that you immediately isolate for 14 days. In relation to what we're recommending people do in the next few days, we want everybody in Greater Sydney, and for the purposes of this particular outbreak or number of cases, we are excluding, so not including the Central Coast, the Illawara or Wollongong. So when we say Greater Sydney, we're sticking to the literal geographic definition of Greater Sydney. For the next 5 days, we want it to be compulsory for everybody to wear masks on public transport to make sure that if the virus is circulating, that it doesn't spread on public transport. In relation to people who are currently deemed to be casual contacts, so if you attended a venue which is on the Health list, we strongly recommend that you don't go away anywhere, because if Health updates that to a close contact, you'll have to come back and isolate. So we're strongly recommending that if you are a casual contact, that you not travel in the next little while and make sure you follow the Health advice in relation to the venue that you visited. In relation to mask wearing, we're recommending that in all indoor venues in Greater Sydney, and again, strictly Greater Sydney, excluding Central Coast, Illawara and Wollongong, that if you're going to an indoor venue, that you wear a mask, whether it's a cinema or whether you're shopping or whether you're a hospitality frontline worker. Now, it's not compulsory, but we are strongly recommending that, especially if you can't guarantee social distancing, can't guarantee, especially in those places around the eastern suburbs. We know the virus has the potential to have been circulating in eastern Sydney in particular. So again, we send out a message to say, unless you absolutely have to, our strong preference is that you do not engage in any activity unless you absolutely have to, especially in those eastern suburbs communities, especially in proximity to the venues that have already been identified. Also, we just want everybody, no matter where you live in Sydney, to make sure that you're hand sanitising, you have good social distancing, that you're QR code checking, and thank you to everybody who's been doing that. The venues that we've been involved in have been outstanding, but obviously in a shopping centre like Bondi Junction, people may check in at one venue but not all the venues, so please make sure that you are constantly looking at the Health website for those details and that information.